Henry did some video of me entering the sump. It looks quite small here, but it's actually quite large once you're inside it. Plenty of room for somebody to swim. The sump is 22 metres long, but I haven't put all of that video in, so you only have to suffer through a couple of seconds of what it looks like. Gear behind now, and I'm moving off down the passage. You can see that it's very muddy, very slippery and muddy, and gluey. So it was actually quite difficult walking along here in a wetsuit and wetsuit booties. My footprints are still there from the last time, which is pretty impressive. And you can see I'm putting my feet into those footprints so that I don't disturb the cave any more than I have to. Well, that's the plan anyway. Yeah, well, the plan to not disturb the cave is not going too well at this point. But I'm still wearing my BC, and it's turning out to be just a little bit too heavy with the weights in it. And I actually stop very soon and take it off. Continuing to struggle along the passage. I'm about to get fed up carrying that bag, and there we go. I've decided to take out the survey slate, which is for my wet underwater surveying, but I'm going to use the paper here to do my surveying in the dry passage. So we're getting that out and getting rid of the bag. Carrying on forward. Not too much further to go. I keep saying that and I kept thinking that, but it's amazing how 50 metres can take a long time to do. About to come upon a spider that I found in there. It seemed dead. So it must have been washed in. There it is, just in the bottom of the screen. Got washed in somewhere sometime. So at about this point, I slid down the bank into the second sump, and it's very muddy and slippery, I think I might have mentioned. So I'm at the second sump now, and I've put my helmet in the water with the GoPro on it to show you that the second sump is actually quite big and clear. If you look at the video on the right now, you can see there's quite a lot of space. So that is a going passage. It's a bit of a view back along where I've come. Then I'm going to swing around, and there's the view back down. The sump's just back down there a bit. So then I continue to survey out from there and back to sump 1, which is here, getting kitted up to head back out again.
All good? Okay. Gosh. All good?
Welcome back. 11 knots.
11 knots. Okay.
Yes. Yes and no. All good.
All good?
I have gone to the second sump, surveyed from the second sump back to the first sump,
Cool.
done a bearing into this sump, capped 11 knots through to here, so that's 2 11's 22 metres. The good and the bad news is the second sump is big enough to go,
Okay.
but I just couldn't face getting my gear to it. It's so muddy and slippery and gluey.
That's okay.
I sat and pondered it, but it'll do one of three things. If it keeps going a distance, it'll need a bigger trip.
Yeah.
If it goes through and comes into the new passage, it'll need a bigger trip. And the only way this was sort of worth going into it was if it didn't go far and it stopped, then you'd say, oh, the whole thing's finished.
Yeah.